Welcome to Small Town Snarks. I'm Joel.
And I'm Miranda. Let's get snarky.
Puff, 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 puff. Hey, everybody. We're back.
We're
and
back.
We're losing it.
We've lost it.
We've lost it.
It's gone.
It's gone.
Did you have it? I never had it.
We're like 5 minutes away from pure chaos around here, so it's happening.
What did you say earlier this morning when we were talking? You were held together with tape right now.
Yeah, so my existence is held together by tape at the moment, but we function. And at this point, by the time this conversation comes out, I mean, falsettos is next week.
Sipping margaritas.
You would have just had a nice vacation, and you're back, and falsettos is tomorrow, and
we desperately need time to recharge.
Yes,
desperately.
The batteries, we've lost the recharging capabilities on our current batteries.
Yeah, I think I told you recently. I was looking for the line and I found it. Mm-hmm. Went past it.
Yeah.
Now I'm in survival mode.
You didn't even you didn't set up camp on the line.
Oh no, we just went
said,
straight
there
past
it is.
the line.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, bye line. See ya. I'm about a mile away from you now.
I'm just, I almost am in perfect shape to play Trina in falsettos. I'm like one piece of tape away from breaking down, so we're great.
We need to get I'm breaking down on the t-shirts.
We do.
We need to get t-shirts.
We do.
There's just a lot of things that have to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we were also talking that we're getting ready to start planning next season, which is, I can't believe we're already there.
It just feels like this season just started 2 minutes ago and also 12 years ago. Depends on who you ask.
Yeah. This season was not my best planning. I'll say that.
I think we had we had a goal, and we're reaching it because we always do.
Yes. We're just going to set a more sustainable goal for next year.
12 musicals, one a month.
Done. All big.
Disney shows every month.
Done.
Mm-hmm.
Just rotate them.
Yeah. Don't even do new shows. Just do.
But cast different people, so you have to get a new set of costumes every
time. Exactly. Yeah, you have to reteach the blocking to everybody, and yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Break the props after every show.
Yeah, of course.
Redo them.
Mm-hmm. Have a different director each time,
Ooh.
And that would change the style of the show each time.
Okay.
Could do Victorian Little Mermaid.
You could. Don't tell my mother that.
She's already got the costumes for it. We're ready to go. Oh my gosh. All right. So what brings us together today, my good friend,
to honor the life of Puffs.
to start this stroll down memory lane.
Yep.
We are wrapping up Puffs.
If you're a Puff, you work hard.
Do you?
Yeah, and Badgers are great. I love this show.
It's a lot of fun.
I would do this show again. I would do it in a black box. I think it would be great.
Mm-hmm. As an audience member, I adored it.
A ton of fun.
Yeah.
If you are a Harry Potter fan, or at least somewhat familiar with the Harry Potter movies or books, you'll love it.
It's a show for you.
Yeah, it's like the multiverse of Harry Potter, kind of.
I love that comparison.
Yeah, because you're seeing the story from a completely different perspective.
Yeah, for sure.
And, we were coming out of COVID. We got to work with a lot of new people. I got to work with my husband. Well, he was my fiance at the time. But it was a good experience, for sure. I remember I talked in the last episode about, honestly, that feeling of burnout with Puffs, because going from COVID where nothing was happening to going to working a full-time job and also directing again
Mm-hmm.
was a real shock to my system. And it took me a while to get back into that rhythm and
Oh,
that
yeah, for
routine.
sure.
It was interesting. I was actually just talking to our music director of Rock of Ages yesterday because I started a new job recently, and she was saying that starting a new job is like one of the top four most stressful things
Mm.
in life. And I think there's a lot of merit to that because we, as human beings, just love routine. We're
Oh, yeah.
creatures of habit for sure. Even
Mm-hmm.
if we're busy, if it's structured busy, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a huge aspect of Puffs that was stressful for me, was just getting back into that rhythm and figuring out what that looked like. Now that I
Yeah.
was a different stage of life too. I
Mm-hmm.
was out of my parents' house. All the stuff was, stored with them. We were trying to move it to this new theater.
Mm-hmm.
Just a lot of moving pieces.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think in our last conversation, we had got through kind of the rehearsal process and what it was like to try and get a cast back together in this, like, I keep saying post-COVID world, and I still feel like that classifies the time that we're in now. But this was like the immediate, like, COVID was still high and mighty at this point in time, but we had been vaccinated and
Mm-hmm.
things were starting to open back up. But do you want to talk about performances a little bit?
Yeah, I do. But I also think it's interesting what you just said, this idea of post-COVID world. And I think we're going to experience that feeling for a very long time. There are going to be things that are forever different
Mm-hmm.
because of that. Like we still hear people say like post 9/11, like were you born post 9/11, because it was a different world.
Yeah.
And I think that rings true for the pandemic as well. But performances and just Tech Week in general, I remember at one point, me, Dakota, and Jacob were there till like at the theater till like 1 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
finishing up the set.
Mm-hmm.
And we had a reviewer coming to the Wednesday rehearsal.
Mm-hmm.
So that was an added level of stress because this was our first show back.
Mm-hmm.
We were reviewed for Legally Blonde, but this was a new reviewer, a new company that I wasn't familiar with. And I was definitely nervous
Mm-hmm.
about that aspect of it. They had reviewed, so the other company that was using the same building, they had reviewed their show.
Mm-hmm.
And then they saw a poster for our show and was asking Karen with that other company about reviewing our show.
Mm-hmm.
Which at the time she was nice enough to put us in touch with them, and we got that scheduled. But it was it wasn't the first time I had felt that sense of competition in the theater world, because I think the first time was really with that other company doing Heathers at the same time, and they
Mm-hmm.
had kind of started that vibe of we're better than you, blah 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 type
Mm-hmm.
energy, which you and I both know we don't enjoy. I think there's a certain level of like healthy comparison that you can have when you see theater, and like I know when you see Broadway shows, you like to take some interesting aspects from the shows that you've seen and like implement them into your directing style, and I think that's normal and like healthy. Um, with this situation, I was feeling a little bit more pressure because we were in the same building and our shows were very different, but they were being reviewed by the same reviewer
Mm-hmm. And with a similar lens.
with a similar lens. So that was I was feeling that and
Mm-hmm.
experiencing that a little bit differently than I normally would with reviews.
Mm-hmm.
Before we get into like her actually reviewing it, Puffs was also unique because I did a stupid thing, which was I offered to wash costumes.
Yeah.
I'll never do it again.
How often did you wash those costumes?
Every single night.
Okay.
People would throw them into a bag,
Mm-hmm.
and then I would take it home and wash it. And there were a couple people in this cast. One of them definitely is aware of this, but there was one person in particular that would sweat more than any person I've ever met in my life. And I think that was part of why I'd offered to wash stuff.
Mm-hmm.
In general, we don't like to have the actors bring home costumes to wash them.
Right.
Because they forget them.
Yes.
Someone always does.
Yep. Every time.
So I would take them home and wash them. This is horrible. There was one time I forgot to wash them. Oh no. Guess what I did?
What'd you do?
I'm afraid to say.
Oh, why not? It's been 4 years now.
The cast knows. They weren't happy about it. I dumped them out of the bag, laid them on the floor, and sprayed them down, and tried to air them out. But everyone's sweat was on everyone's stuff.
Oh.
I disinfected them, but it was the best I could do, because also, keep in mind, I lived an hour away.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't, I needed at least 4 hours of time to wash the clothes at my house.
Mm-hmm.
So when I realized I didn't have time, I was like, I gotta just roll with it. And that's another part of my reasoning why I won't do it again, because even with Little Shop, there was one thing that had to be washed regularly because it got fake blood on it.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a time where I forgot it, and someone had to stop by my house and run it over. Even I forget it, which is why we just don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
So
makes me think of the tablecloths or the napkins in August Osage County. We'll get there, but the ones that flooded my basement.
I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh.
We'll get there. But yeah, laundry is just not a thing you want to really have to worry about for a week-long run or a weekend run.
No, you want to find a way to basically temp clean them.
Yes.
And get through. We do normally, after each tech run and dress rehearsal, I spray down the costumes with disinfectant, and that seems to work pretty well. But yeah, I was just, after that show, I was like, I'm never ever offering to do this again. And it's bad enough doing show laundry after, it's always my task because it ends up at my house. So I always have bags of laundry.
Yeah.
And just the smell that one experiences when they put those clothes into the washer.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of want to gag just thinking about it.
I'm sure it is quite the smell.
It depends on the show. With the little kids, it's usually not too bad. With teenagers or,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots to work with.
It's rough. It's really rough. I remember to go to recently, I forget what show it was for. I don't remember, but he had bags of costumes in his car, and he's definitely not the best with keeping his car clean. I'm pretty anal about it, but he doesn't have gross trash in there, but just random items or whatever he'll just leave in his car for a long period of time.
Yeah.
He had the costumes in his car, and it was really hot outside.
Oh.
And I remember telling him, I was like, hey, do you want to, it's before work, when both of us are always rushing before work. We're not morning people, so it's really hard for us to get up and get out the door.
Yeah.
And I was like, do you want me to run out and take these bags out of your car? He goes, no, I'm not worried about them.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next day happened. I said, do you want me to get those bags out of your car? No, it didn't smell. It was fine. Not worried about it. That night, he was like, "Hey, we need to get the costumes out of my car." And I was like, "Oh, they're starting to smell yet." And he was like, it was really, really bad when I got out of the office and went to my car. And I was like, "Yeah, because it's like 90 degrees out. The bag, we've talked about pet peeves before. I love it when people are super helpful during strike, but one of my pet peeves is when they don't tie the costume
Yep.
bags and they'll just throw them in a car, because it if you tie them, it at least traps the odor for the most part, and you can just cut it open and dump it in a washing machine.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't tie them, things spill out, smell spills out, all
Yep.
the things.
Mm-hmm.
These weren't tied. And it was like 90 degrees, and they had been in there for 3 days at that point. So when he got in his car after work, it was foul.
I believe that.
So yeah, at that point we got them out, sprayed down the car, did the whole thing. But yeah, I mean, you're not even a fan of transporting just thrift store items in your car.
No, I don't like the smell. I'll do it, especially, I mean, bringing stuff from our storage location to like our rehearsal space is fine, and like taking stuff back and forth. I, though, like Dakota, am horrible at remembering to take stuff out of my car.
Yes.
And
Savannah too. Call her out.
Yeah, I mean, there's some things that just live in my car just full time. So yeah, no, the smell, I'm just not a big fan.
And it's funny too, because when you pull up, like, you being like anyone in general, when they pull up with a car full of stuff for load in, you know how people are, like, if it is not strapped down to the car, it's coming inside. Yep. So like anything, like, I'm surprised they hadn't taken like a spare tire out and put it in the theater.
I'm very good when that happens, of being like, yeah, so that thing over there, yeah, that's mine. Don't take that out of the car.
Yeah, see, I'm like I said, I'm type A about this. Like, I make sure my car is cleared out except for show stuff, because I know that people will just grab whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it is very interesting, because like the stuff in our storage unit, like every time something is used for a show, we clean it after, like every single time. But costumes always smell the same when they're cleaned. Every Goodwill smells the same.
Yep.
I don't know what it is, but it's a very unique smell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like no way to describe it. It's just like a well-loved piece of clothing that has just been past its prime.
It smells like history.
It does smell like history, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which I don't personally mind, because I've spent a good portion of my life now in and out of costume lofts and whatever. But I do mind the body odor costume sweat factory that becomes a thing in my garage when I'm trying to wash all the costumes.
Yeah. Well, appreciate you for doing all of that hard work, because that sounds sarcastic, but genuinely it is a lot of work that has to get done, and it is not fun work.
There are certain things that I don't feel comfortable asking other people to do. That's one of them, and cleaning the bathrooms is another one. So I usually end up doing that myself. But someone's got to do it. We all deserve clean costumes. We all deserve clean bathrooms, and it's just part of it. So, yeah.
Well, it just keeps the magic of the show going even after the show's over with.
Oh, it does. But getting back to Puffs, just some fun like show anecdotes I have.
Yeah.
I thought the Dementors were really fun for that show.
We have one here with us.
We do. We basically took wig heads, painted them black, put them on black poles, taped duct taped a light to their mouth, and then attached fabric to them, and they would just turn on the light, and then we would hold them up. They looked pretty good.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We also just had some fun magic, like the snake popping.
Yes.
Was so much fun. The candles floating, so much fun. I don't remember a ton of like drama or tea really from this show, just a couple things. The person on our soundboard, I hadn't worked with this person before, and we were having issues with like some of the sound cues and stuff, and I remember looking over at them at one point, and they were eating cheese puffs. So, like, they had, like, cheese puff dust all over their hands and fingers, and then they were touching the board.
Oh.
And here's my thing with, if you're operating an expensive piece of equipment, like a soundboard or a light board or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
I have two pet peeves with this. One, messy food.
Yep.
Two, cans of soda.
Yep.
Get a bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I remember the other sound person we had for a while, amazing, but they always brought in canned beverages, and whenever there was an issue, they would lean over the board still holding their beverage
Mm-hmm.
while they were troubleshooting it. And I was like, we were asking for trouble.
Yeah.
Financially and like in
Mm-hmm.
terms of the production.
Yes.
So yeah, they were scarfing out some cheese puffs. And our reviewer, who we definitely have a great relationship with her. I mean, she's a lot of fun, and she's watched us grow as a company, and she always provides fair reviews, but at the same time is always like rooting for us to succeed, which I appreciate. I was so overwhelmed, and I printed a program, but I printed it upside down.
Mm-hmm.
So like the one side was correct, but then when you used it as a program, when you opened it up, all the text was upside down.
Yeah.
And I handed it to her, and I was like, I'm sorry, it printed incorrectly, but like everyone's name is accurate on there, and you can flip it, whatever. She mentioned in the review that, I think the quote was, in true Puffs fashion, Miranda Sekula handed me a program that was printed upside down.
Mm-hmm.
I will never forget that. Now when I'm talking to her, I'll like jokes, because sometimes we'll be talking about something random, and I'll be like, don't put that in the review. This is not on the record. But she still remembers that, and we still laugh about it to this day, because it was just, nothing's getting past
So
her.
good. No.
Nothing.
Nope.
And I respect her for it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's Puffs. I think we did it. I think Badgers are still great.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to revisit the show. It was a very prop-heavy show. I think besides SpongeBob, it was probably the most prop-heavy show that we've done. But it was a blast. It was a great way to get back into theater after a long time.
I will say, as like, we talked about me stepping away and coming back and seeing Puffs as an audience member. I was just so, I mean, I was hungry for theater again, but I also was like in such a position of like, this show is just so fun. And one thing that I think we can pride ourselves on is our ability to pick shows that are right for the moment, but also right for our company and right for the performers that we're working with. And that show in particular just felt like it was at the right time, and it was the right show for the right audience at that time.
It was definitely time for a comedy.
Mm-hmm.
And I think exactly what you said. People were ready for that show at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And I think people are getting ready for it again. I think I'm mentally getting ready for Puffs again. So we'll see.
There you go.
But yeah, it was definitely, as someone who appreciates Harry Potter, it was just a blast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I will say, I know the timeline from your memory and from mine is a little bit different, but from my perspective, I just remember seeing the show and coming back to you and saying, I don't know what's next or what the plan is, but I'm ready.
Sign me up.
Sign me up. I'm ready to get back into the mix, and here we are.
And you really can't talk dirty to me like that. I'm a married woman.
Yeah, it had been quite the time.
I was very excited
but
when you were saying that. I was like, all right, we're back at it.
Getting the gang back together.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
It's like when the Avengers reunite.
Right.
It's exactly the same. It's not even like it. It's just the resemblance is uncanny.
Yeah, it was time, and we picked up from Puff, so we moved right into the next one, which was The Little Shop of Horrors.
And Snarkies, don't feed the plants.
Don't feed the plants.
And you'll learn that soon.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to tell you all about it.
Yeah, we've got some fun songs coming up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Somewhere That's Green.
Somewhere
film it out in the park.
Oh, we should.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love that idea. Mm-hmm.
With bugs. Black Widow spiders.
That again is what we call Snarky's a callback.
Yep.
If you haven't listened to our least favorite episode, or if it hasn't come out yet, that's a spoiler.
Yeah.
Because, you know, the order of operations here.
We're not organized yet.
We're not, no.
But we'll get there.
You're going to learn. Or you have learned.
All right.
When feelings about spiders. All right.
Make tea, spill tea.
All
Do it
the
all
tea.
this week.
Drink it all.
Drink it all.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
And that's a wrap. Thanks for getting snarky with us. We'll see you later.
See you next time.